Son, Daddy, I fell in love and want to date this awesome girl. Son, Daddy, I fell in love and want to date this awesome girl. Father, that's great, son. Who is she? Son, it's Sandra, the neighbor's daughter. Father, oh, I wish you hadn't said that. I have to tell you something, son, but you must promise not to tell your mother. Sandra is actually your. The boy is naturally bummed out, but a couple of months later, son, Daddy, I fell in love again and she is even hotter. Father, that's great, son. Who is she? Son, it's Angela, the other neighbor's daughter. Father, oh, I wish you hadn't said that. Angela also your. This went on a few more times, and finally the son was so mad, he went straight to his mother crying, Son, Mom, I am so mad at Dad. I fell in love with 6 girls and I can't date any of them because Dad is their father. The mother hugs him affectionately and says, you can date whoever you want. He isn't your father. Yo mama's so fat, when she breaks a plate. It's usually of the tectonic variety. Son, I killed 12 people in Afghanistan. Son, Dad, you were a cook. Dad, never said I was a good one.
Reposts. Art Jokes has a search feature. Input the title or punchline of your joke before posting, and if ID's been posted within the last month, please don't submit it. LPT. If you are planning to settle down, don't date a soccer player. There's only a 1/11th chance they are a keeper.
I met a girl at a bar and we went back to hers and started making out on the sofa. She gave me a cheeky look and said, I think we should take this upstairs. Okay, I said. You carry one end and I'll get the other. Be careful getting through the doorframe and we'll come back down for the cushions.
Jeannie, what's your first wish? Toby, I wish I was rich. Jeannie, granted, what's your second wish? Rich, I want lots of money.
Professor X asks a girl, what is your mutant power? Girl replies, I can guess how many pulls to turn a ceiling fan off on the first try. She points up and says, 3 pulls. Professor X stands up and pulls 3 times. After the 3rd pull, the fan turns off. Professor X, yeah, that's cool and all, but not really a superpower. Girl, yeah, I was just kidding, I can heal. Paraplegics. Professor X, still standing, oh my god.
A gambler gets a notice from the IRS that he's being audited. The gambler calls his tax attorney and they go to see the IRS agent. As they are waiting in the office, the agent looks over his paperwork and says, the reason for your audit is that you live such a lavish lifestyle, yet not much income to justify it. Can you tell me what you do for a living? The gambler says, I'm a professional gambler. A gambler? Asks the agent. Yes. I make money from bets. Let me demonstrate. I bet you $1, that I can bite my eye. You have a bet. The agent has a smug smile on his face. But it vanishes when the gambler takes out this glass eye and bites it. The agent did not see that coming, but he did agree to $1, in front of the gambler's attorney. Fine, that wasn't fair, says the gambler. I'll give you a chance to win your money back by betting another $1, that I can bite my other eye. The agent looks through the guy's paperwork and sees he's not legally blind, so he takes the bet. To his horror, the gambler takes out his dentures and bites his other eye. Now he's on the hook for $2. You know what? Says the gambler. Double or nothing. I'll stand on the edge of your desk, close my eyes, *ISS into the garbage can on the other side of the room without spilling a drop. What do you say? Perplexed but desperate, the agent agrees. The gambler stands on the desk, unzips his pants, closes his eyes. Then *ISS all over the agent's desk. Yes, exclaims the agent, glad he won't owe the gambler anything. Ah, hit, sighs the attorney. What's the matter? Asks the agent. Well, he bet me $20, that he'd come into your office today, *ISS all over your desk, and you'd be happy about it.
My 9-year-old daughter made up this joke. Why did the bull get fat? Because he ate too many calories.
What do you call a guy with 15.5 rabbits up his Kyle. My name's Kyle.
I'm not circumcised, so I only date Canadian women. They know how to roll up the rim to win.
A man and woman are going at it, when they hear a car out front. The woman quickly says, hurry, out the window, it's my husband. Frightened, The man grabs his jocks and starts string to get them on whilst climbing out the window. Suddenly, he turns around and states, "Hang on, I'm your husband." "Why would you do that?" To which she responds, "Why did you try to run?"
My mom kicked me out the house for tickling my little brother's feet. I knew I should have waited until he was born. A guy walks into a clock shop and approaches the counter where a saleslady is standing. He pulls down his zipper and places his ecker on the counter. Saleslady stunned. "Excuse me, sir, this is a clock shop." Customer, "Yes, I know. Could you please put 2 hands and a face on this, please?" TIFU when my wife asked when I knew I loved her. I said, "We were in Rome, the way you knew so much about the city like it was second nature to you. But I never felt you were condescending to me when he'd ask stupid questions. I saw how much you knew, how passionate you could be. I'd been bored by all the old buildings, but you brought it all to life. I think that weekend was when I realized you could be the best thing about my life." She didn't speak for a while, just looked at me until she said 3 words, "Our 10th anniversary?" A man and his girlfriend died in a car accident and meets Peter at the pearly gates. Peter says, "Welcome to heaven. Do you have any questions?" To which the man replies, "Yes, my girlfriend and I never had a chance to get married while we were alive." "Can we get married in heaven?" Peter says, "That's a good question. I will be back when I have the answer." Left at the gates, the couple begins to talk about love and how long eternity is. 6 weeks later, Peter returns and says, "Okay, I found your answer. Yes, you can get married in heaven. So come right in and enjoy eternity together." The couple responds by saying, "We have another question. Eternity is a very long time and we are not sure if our relationship will last. If don't work out, can we get a divorce in heaven?" To which Peter replies, "Jesus Christ? It took me 6 weeks to find a priest up here. Do you have any idea how long it'll take me to find a lawyer?"
A beautiful young New York woman was so depressed that she decided to end her life by throwing herself into the ocean. But just before she could throw herself from the docks, a handsome young sailor stopped her. "You have so much to live for," said the sailor. "Look, I'm off to Europe tomorrow and I can stow you away on my ship. I'll take care of you, bring you food every day, and keep you happy." With nothing to lose, the woman accepted. That night the sailor brought her aboard and hid her in a lifeboat. From then on, every night he would bring her 3 sandwiches and make love to her until dawn. 3 weeks later she was discovered by the captain during a routine inspection. "What are you doing here?" asked the captain. "I have an arrangement with one of the sailors," she replied. "He brings me food and I get a free trip to Europe. Plus he's crewing me." "He certainly is," replied the captain. This is the Staten Island Ferry.
I hate that September, October, November, and December are somehow the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th months of the calendar year. Whoever messed that up ought to be stabbed.
International Women's Day should not be used as an excuse for sexist jokes. Period. Classic joke. A woman and her male neighbor each buy greenhouses. They both decide to grow tomatoes and a few months later they meet up and talk about how they are getting on. The man says his are big and red, but the woman says hers are still green and asks the man his secret. "Every day I go in the greenhouse naked. The tomatoes are so embarrassed they The woman thinks this is a good idea and decides to give it a go. They meet again the following month and the man asks about her tomatoes. "Still green," she replies, "but you should see my cucumbers."
I was so excited to show my teacher my Reddit joke, but sadly she wasn't in today, so. The subreddit.
A policeman stops a car. Policeman. Whose car is this? Where are you headed and what do you do for a living? Minor. Mine.
I think the story of Noah's life was a bit boring. But it did have a nice arc.
What do you call a fake Sudanese person? A Sudanese.
Genie, you have 3 wishes. What is your first? Guy. I wish for more wishes, Genie. You can wish for anything but more wishes, Guy. Amen. I wish I could.
A little test for you? This test will predict which of the 18 films listed below is your favorite. Don't ask me how, but it really works. Don't cheat and look at the film list till you have it on the maths. Here goes. Film test. Pick a number from 1 to 9. Multiply by 3. Add 3. Multiply by 3 again. Now add the 2 digits together to find your predicted favorite film in the list of 18 films below. Film list. Gone with the Wind. E.T. Beverly Hills Cop, Star Wars, Forrest Gump, The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, Jaws, Grease, The Joy of Gay * Null Fisting with Chuck Norris. Casablanca, Jurassic Park, Shrek, Pirates of the Caribbean, Titanic, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Home Alone, Mrs. Doubt, Toy Story.
My trip to the doctor. Doctor, you should stop masturbating. Me, why doc? Is there something wrong? Doctor, it's making me really uncomfortable.